All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Friday, August 23rd. I have 4 MLB plays coming your way in today's video. Normally, when we're not traveling, when we're at home, we go through each and every game. I give you my lean on the side, give you my lean on the total for every single game. But when we do travel, we call them road videos. We do a little bit of a hybrid version there. So 4 best plays, in my opinion, coming your way in today's video. Yesterday, we had 3 final plays, and we smacked all 3 of them. We don't have the money gun, but I got a hypothetical money gun here. We don't have the soundboard for any music, anything like that, but we can still celebrate in our noggins. A nice 3-0 night, a sweep there. The Reds, Pirates, Nerfy, that cashes. The Rays and A's under 4.5 in the first 5. I think the final score is 4-1, so that cashed as well. And then Ezekiel Tovar under 1.5 bases, 4 at-bats, I think 3 strikeouts. Good look there as well. We'll take the 3-0 sweep. I think the Rays A's was actually 3-1, so it stayed under that number for the full game anyway. So a nice little look there. But what do you say we jump into today's plays here? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're still rocking with me while we're on the road, I appreciate it. Obviously, the videos aren't, I guess, up to par what we normally do when we are back home, but you know what? We do our best over here. So let's jump into play number 1 and 2. We're splitting a unit here in this Rangers and Guardians game. I'm looking at the Nerfy as well as the first 5 under 4.5. Right now, you have Tanner Beebe listed to go with Nathan Eovaldi on the mound for the Rangers. So 2 really good starters there. If you want to say Eovaldi struggled on the road, fine, I'd give it to you. But still, these 2 guys against the current rosters that we see on the opposing side look really, really good. We'll start with the home pitcher here, Beebe. 66 plate appearances against the current Texas Rangers roster. A 197 batting average against, even in his expected batting average against at 202, and then his expected WOBA at 253. So definitely looking good from a historical standpoint against these current batters on the team for Beebe. And it looks just the same for Eovaldi. 44 plate appearances against this current Guardians roster. 186 average against. That actually drops from an expected batting average spot. It goes to 180, and then an expected WOBA of 222. So you have 2 pitchers here that should fare pretty well against most guys in the lineup here. And like I said, we're kind of just saying not many runs being scored in this game now. I don't want to involve the Texas bullpen whatsoever. Even the Cleveland bullpen, when they're, I guess, not taxed or anything, they're really good. When they are taxed, they can be a little shaky. So we're just sticking to the starters in this one and definitely the first inning. So we're splitting a unit between the Nerfy as well as that first 5 under. And the great thing is, even if you do want to make the, I guess, complaint that Nate Eovaldi has kind of struggled on the road and not looked tremendous, well, when, other than that one game against New York in the last, week or so, or a week and a half, when have the Guardians really looked like a team that have been rocking pitchers or starters in general? You know what I mean? So both offenses here also can contribute to this under, because I don't see them smacking around 2 good pitchers whatsoever. Both against righties in the last 30 days here, either in the bottom half or bottom third of the league in most key categories. So I like the spot here for the Nerfy as well as the first 5 under. All right, next play up, and this might as well just say Chris Sale next to me. We have the Braves taking on the Angels, and again, Chris Sale. He's on the mound, listed to be on the mound here. Not the Braves taking on the Angels, sorry. The Braves taking on Washington, the Nationals. But minus 0.5 in the first 5 is the run line. You have Gore going up against Sale. Do I like Mackenzie Gore? I mean, I don't necessarily hate him, but if you compare these numbers of what Chris Sale's doing this season versus what Mackenzie Gore is doing this season, you literally look at their whip, their FIP. It's like Chris Sale's cutting in half these numbers. So when I see an opportunity against an offense that I don't totally believe in Atlanta, going up against a pitcher that has been absolutely dominant here, I think that we can look at that first 5. Now, it is kind of juiced at minus 166, but this has been a spot in which the Braves, I think 4 of their last 5 games, when Chris Sale has taken the rock to start the game, they've been able to cash this. So 4 of their last 5 in general, and then when Chris Sale's on the mound, let's see. Yeah, same thing. 2 of their last 3, 4 of their last 5. So this is a good spot for him. I think that he's going to go out there and rock. His pitch mix supports this pretty well as well. Chris Sale has that amazing slider. Washington against the slider, 27th in terms of runs above average last 30 days. The only one concern I would say is this Atlanta offense isn't something to write home about. So I even considered taking a peek at like the first 5 under, because I don't think that Atlanta totally gets to Mackenzie Gore, but I don't think Washington sniffs Chris Sale in a sense. You know what I mean? So again, Like I even entered it. This is a Chris Sale versus Washington bet, but we'll take it with the Braves minus -0.5 on the run line for the first five there. We always get the question, what's the difference between run line in the first five and money line? Money line, one way juiced in this sense, so not even worth touching. But money line, if you tie at the end of five, it pushes, but the Braves now have to win the first five, so be up one or more after five for this 0.5. And even when you're looking at that -166, we don't throw around -166 plays all the time, but across the board here, in terms of FanDuel, MGM, other apps out there, and other sites out there, we're looking at -200. So there is a little bit of like value. You're getting 40 cents of value over on DraftKings, but I wouldn't play this up to like -170 or anything like that. Like this is the end of the train here, end of the road to be able to take this in terms of the odds we're getting it at. But Braves -0.5 in the first five, play number two. Before we get into the last play, guys, again, we have our NFL Survivor contest out right now. Make sure to go check it out. If we fill up that, so there's a link in the pinned comment. If we fill that up, we're going to have a prize pool, I think winner take all, of $2,700. So go sign up. It's a $10 entry. You can enter up to 5 times. If you don't know what a Survivor pool is, you pretty much take a team each and every week. If that team wins, you advance. If that team loses, you're out. You didn't survive. But the catch is you can only take one team once per season. So if you take, say the 49ers in week number 1, you can't take the 49ers for the rest of the year. So really, really cool concept, guys. $10 entries. Again, you can enter up to 5 times. You can put 50 in there and go 5 different teams each week. Go check it out, guys. That link is in the pinned comment. We're trying to fill that up so we can get the prize pool up. But go ahead and check it out. All right, let's jump into play number 3 here. We're looking at Francisco Lindor over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Now, he's been trending in this direction. We love to see that. This is -110 pretty much anywhere you want to get it. But he's averaging 3.2 hits, runs, RBIs over his last 10, and he's going up against a right-handed pitcher today. His batting average jumps a couple points against righties, and that right-handed pitcher is Joe Musgrove, who throws a ton of fastballs and a ton of curveballs. Now, Francisco Lindor doesn't hit the fastball all that tremendously, but he's a really good curveball hitter, and he keeps his eye on that. In fact, against curveballs this season, he has a 17.2% K rate, which drops from 18, and then his WOBA jumps nearly to 400 weighted on base average against that. So love the idea of him being able to get a hit, get on base, and then come in and score and cashes one early for us if he's seeing the curve well. And if Musgrove, who plenty of times Musgrove does not locate all that well, if he's off even in the slightest and hangs one, Lindor I think is going to make him pay. So I like Francisco Lindor over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He also has a really good track record against Musgrove just in general. Let's see, I have it up. 18 plate appearances against, 353 average, an on-base percentage of 390, 6 hits, 2 home runs, and 3 RBIs. So some good track record for the guy that's also trending well in this direction. So give me Francisco Lindor over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Again, 4 plays, 2 of which are a half unit in the same game. So essentially 3 games we're looking at, but 4 plays overall. If you made it this far into the video, go ahead and comment 7. You made it 7 minutes in. 7.5, I guess. It's 7.5. But appreciate everyone that rocks with me, even when we are on the road. Yeah, I'd rather, instead of just taking a day off, maybe change the video a little bit so we could still get it out and that type of thing. So appreciate everyone, and we'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.